Hallelujah. Hallelujah, everybody. If you are joining us, this is Victor Laurel Moshe, and I bring you another update on the case of Oluwatobi Samuel Olabodi that we declared missing. For some couple of days, we're giving an update and we're discussing about him on CRC. So there are a lot of findings, and there are some information that are very important that people need to learn and share. The first thing about this particular case is that first we need to thank God that the boy was found, and the mother cried out and everybody took actions and we're looking for this young boy, and the boy was seen. So this particular case got to a point that was very interesting. We have seen a lot of people discussing, they were having some discussions and disagreement back and forth. And then the mother of Tobiloba went to Panti because they transferred the case to Panti, and then they went to Panti. And when they got to Panti, let's even explain how that boy was found. The members of the church of CCC, Orisun Itedo Orisun parish at Ayobo, they were the one that now went out. Immediately they heard that their shepherd and prophetess Mary have been detained at Panti. They went on the street. They started doing street hunting. They started looking for this boy. That was the same thing that the DPO of Ayobo informed the shepherd and Mary and the other man that was arrested. That was what the DPO of Ayobo told them to do. Go and search for that boy. Go and look for the boy that was missing. That was why the DPO released them. He released them so they can go and find this boy. And they were relaxed. They were not proactive. They were not active enough to go and search for this boy. But eventually, when the case was transferred to Panti, this boy was released. Why was the case transferred to Panti? Because we came online and we're advocating that this boy needs to be found, and that the DPO should transfer the case to Panti. That was why the case was transferred to Panti. Now, there are some counter accusations that were coming on. People were saying like the boy's mom was not taking care of the boy is looking underage. Bugbalamo situation Nigeria, Bugbalamo condition Nigeria. Every family is not the same. Whatever resources a single mother has, that is what she's going to use to take care of her own child. So it's none of the business of anybody. Gbogbo yin so news be ìyá yẹn eribo sheri kò tọ́jú ọmọ yẹn nbo ló ti fẹ́ ṣó fẹ́ fọmọ ṣògùn owó kó lè fi tọ́jú ọmọ ni imba nǹkan tó bá rí ló máa fún ọmọ ẹ̀ ló máa fi tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ̀. And I want to correct an impression. There are information that this boy have been running out of the house. It's a lie. The boy has never run out of the house and he's not been running out of the house. But people start cooking information for them to look good. Now, we listened to Prophetess Mary that gave us the information of the perspective of the church. What happened before this boy disappeared? So that it will not be as if we are only listening to the mother. Right? Oluwakemi, please, your red head that you are pressing is terrible. We don't like that. And I'm going to block you. If you press any red head, you are gone. So, why are you painting information to look good? It doesn't make any sense for you to start painting information for you to look good. The mother, some people are saying, why is the boy not in school? This incident happened in the night. And so we heard from the prophetess. The prophetess said some things, and let's listen carefully to those information so that we can get a better understanding. And then we're also going to be asking questions from Tobiloba. Toby, we did ask questions. What happened? Because Celestial need to know what really happened in that night, and why did you leave CCC Tedorison? Why did you run away? The boy can speak. He's not deaf or dumb. And then we can listen to him. There are a lot of things that happened, a lot of manipulations, a lot of bribing and corruption that happened. Even in Panti, at State Criminal Investigation Department in Panti, there are a lot of things that happened. But then let's even listen to Mary, the prophetess that had an encounter with Oluwatobi before he disappeared. Okay. Let's hear from her.
Hallelujah. So this is we are speaking to
the prophetess. Edwin, introduce Oruko mi Victor Lare láti Celestial Reality Check.
Okay, Mercy lorúkọ mi. Mercy Johnson láti Ìtẹ̀dó Orísun Olúwa Parish.
Okay, Mercy Johnson láti CCC Ìtẹ̀dó Orísun Olúwa Parish. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ sọ fún wa kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa Tóbi Oluwatobi tá ń wá.
Okay, on the 1st of May, Joy is in Parish.
Okay.
Around 12:01, I noticed a strange woman in church. Can she church?
Okay.
Though she come because service anybody can come in to do service.
All right. Please listen.
Around 3-4 that Parish service, I plug power bank in. See, I plug it to bed. So she plug it to bed. But at Parish service, money kilo yo power bank. Me ori power bank yo. So I'm fine with talo power bank me. Because anybody to down not until one man from the church. Only power bank low more. I be low back. Talo ni power bank. She power bank someone. Only kilo de to film. Only on fair charge phone to. Phone ti eti one be o ti one bed because in charge. O ti your power bank tem so pẹ̀lú code territory type C ni code títí normal charger ni normal type C but recharger mi ló wà ńbẹ̀. So mo ṣàgbà power bank yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ibẹ̀ ni ó ti nǹkan tó prompt àwọn èèyàn tó wà ní church yẹn pé ta ló tẹ̀lé wá sí church ọmọ ta ni. Ṣé ń gbọ́rọ̀ mi sí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a wà pẹ̀lú yín.
Ọmọ ta ni ó ṣe ní ẹnìkan tó interpret tó wà wájú lòun tẹ̀lé wá.
Okay.
Not knowing that ẹni tó ń sọ tẹ̀ ṣì wá ní church àròbẹ ẹ̀mọ̀ pé tó ń bá parenting there are some people that their houses are closed wọ́n fẹ́ lọlé. So bí màá ní ẹ ṣe pariwo pé òun kọ́ ọmọ kọ̀ọ̀kan tẹ̀lé òun wá sí church. Àbáṣọ̀npá kílé tó fi ń parọ́ ibo ló ti wá torí few months ago I think 2 months ago wọ́n sì wá jí phones mẹ́ta ní church.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ o point ibi tí mo fẹ́ lọ point ibi tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ listen sí dáadáa nìyẹn o. Ṣé gbọ́ tí prophetess Mary sọ pé few months ago àwọn olè wá jí phone ní church. Kẹ́ máa wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ táwa ò gbọ́ because táriwo bá pọ̀ èèyàn lè máa listen sí àwọn detailed information. Ibi tá dé ti expect pé Nigerian police will have done justice, they will have done proper investigation, they will have know who is right and who is at fault before they started their manipulation. These are the silent points. Please, everybody that is listening.
Everybody else.
Okay.
Let's know you. He was looking tender. Koribi almost 17 years ago. He was looking like 13, 14 years.
He was looking younger than his age.
Than his age.
Okay.
So, I was only well done. Daddy was previous day, which was Thursday. So, you used to come up share, only 7.
Okay.
Anybody really wanted to tell you. If you want to know anybody really wanted to tell you, oh, she so see or neighbor. Only a mommy wants neighbor or sorrow. Oh, there is so see one issue possible key. A mommy at tea. My neighbors in common master, but 1% buying sorrow possible.
Okay.
With our aim that okay, Okuro Lane, Koribito Madesi Lufiwa Church, Owani Ongbo to one Lulu, Loshe Wasi, Church B Wasus.
Show us Sutana.
Was Sutana, one still.
Okay.
Okay, Tala Lepe. Only number anybody.
So before we continue to go on, the information Prophetess Mary shared from the perspective of Orisun Itedo Oluwa Parish, that was the same analysis that the mother of Tobiloba shared. That Tobiloba was going to his auntie's house. The auntie had an emergency. She was at General Hospital. Her room was locked. Tobiloba could not have access to that room. And the best place that this boy could think about that is safe for him to pass the night is the nearby Celestial Church of Christ. And a service was going on. And he heard about the musical instrument and the praises and worship for the new moon service. That was why the boy came into the church. That should be the most safest place for any individual who is afraid of the night, especially a child, the boy came into the church. That's the same information. Am I wrong?
Anybody phone there was nowhere. Possible now. No phone nowhere. I'm not telling you phone any password. On low phone for a right. Or if you phone here, truth be told, because see numbers for coloring phone here, because see saved number for connect. So because I didn't check it Google phone here, I want to dial code. I want save number be 8 or 10 shower be. Okay, jam I try our numbers it over long go way. At least of one church. Wow, come white beer. Since those of way I want you singing, look you was church was soon. That was around to 4 past 4 within that time. AM. 5 or 6 by AM. So I am a local time Timothy Shere. Tobaja Balagba, I won't even think of doing that. Story pé ó look younger. Ni a ṣe ní òkè jẹ́ kó dúró sí church. So gbogbo numbers tó wà lórí fóònù yẹn la wá ń pè ní ẹyọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Wọ́n pick ẹnìkan péré ló pick, which is ọ̀gá ẹ̀. Àwa ni ẹ̀ ló ṣàṣẹ mọ́ Tóbi. Ó lóun mọ́ Tóbi. Ìdí tá a fi lo fóònù ẹ̀ fi pè because ó lè kò sí káàdì lórí fóònù yẹn la ṣe lo fóònù tèmi.
Okay.
Fi pè. Ó ní òun mọ́ Tóbi. Pé ọ̀gá ẹ̀ lòun bọ̀ ó ti ṣe díẹ̀ tóun ti rí Tóbi níbi iṣẹ́. Pé bó ṣe máa ń sá lọ nìyẹn pé last time tó ṣì sá lọ pé lọ́ọ̀yà kan ló ṣì wá bá bẹ̀bẹ̀.
No, that's a wrong information. That's a lie. Prophetess Mary, that's a very big lie. Oga Tobi never said bó ṣe máa ń sá lọ nìyẹn. And kò sá lọ at that moment. Church yín ló wà. Ó wà ní church yín. He was present in your present. And ẹ gba phone there. See, there's a thing that Mary did not share with us. There's a silent lie that she never shared with anybody. And Toby said it. And we will listen to Toby. Remember, Mary said about a month ago, àwọn lè wá sí church. Wọ́n kó phone, wọ́n jí charger in the church. So as a result, when they now noticed that Toby Loba was a strange face, they started assuming with prejudice that have been developed because of what has happened to them in the past. So they will start questioning Toby. They start asking him questions that are personal, that are private, to the extent of his family, opening his phone, going into his contacts. That's a violation of his rights to privacy. You are violating his rights. Kò jí nǹkan kan, ẹlẹ́rìí charger lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ti gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, so kò ń ṣolè. Ó sọ fún yín pé òun fẹ́ charge phone. Ẹ dẹ̀ rí phone ẹ̀ tó ń charge. So he has not lied. But egba phone bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí contact lórí phone. You have done everything that you shouldn't have done. Because everything you have done, tí wọ́n bá investigate that don't farabalẹ̀, wọ́n rí pé ẹ ti infringe into personal space ọmọ yẹn. And the boy came into the church so that he can have safety. That was the reason why the boy was in the church. Emma Warren, these are the reason why they start calling everybody. Ẹ wá lè pe ọ̀gá ẹ̀, ọmọ tó wà níwájú yín. Tó dẹ̀ sọ fún yín pé òun ò rí lé wọ̀ lẹ́dọ̀ àǹtí òun ló ń ṣe wá sí church. And the next thing you can say to the boss is now telling you that bó ṣe máa ń sá lọ nìyẹn. Ṣé ìyá ẹ̀ sọ fún yín pé ó sá lọ? Ṣé anybody sọ fún yín pé ó sá lọ? This boy was in your custody, in your presence, and you said ọ̀gá ẹ̀ ní pé bóyá máa ń sá lọ nìyẹn. It's not harding up, but let's go on.
So gbogbo numbers tí a try tó kù kò sẹ́ni tó pick ẹ̀. Ìṣòro la ṣe ó ti rẹ everybody. Lọ sùn sínú church. Inú church ló lọ sùn sí. Àwa dẹ̀ sùn síta. Torí èrò pọ̀ kò sí space wọn.
That's another lie. Lọ sùn sínú church. That wasn't what happened. Wòlíì Mary ẹ lọ tì mọ́nú church ni. Because ẹ lè fẹ́ gbé lọ police station láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì pé òun ló ń jí phone. Ẹ accuse ọmọ yẹn wrongly, which is another violation. You violated the right of that child because he's a young boy and he doesn't have any custodian or any guardian around him. He came into that church willingly by himself. He came there to charge his phone. You saw a phone with him. You saw his own charger. So this boy had not lied. Ewa Nicolosun sínú church. Emma go. We will get there. Itedori sun. Oluwa. Prophetess Mary. You lied to look good. And everybody was listening to you. We are all Celestials, but we will not support what is wrong. We will tell you so that next time, if you want to learn from it, you learn from it. If you want to take it, take it. If you don't want to take it, you can throw it away, but we'll tell you what is wrong. Let's listen.
Àwa tó kù àṣìṣìta. Bàtílẹ̀ máa fi mọ́ pé kílẹ̀ mọ́ dáadáa tó máa lọlé bíi 6 a.m. tí máa fi jí. Àrímú.
Ṣé nà?
Kó sì tilẹ̀ tọ́ Ọlọ́run ṣọ̀pá ń gbọ́ tí ń bá fọwọ́ kan tóbi kí n má jèrè ọmọ tí mo bí láyé sà.
So Mary actually said the truth in that part. Kò sí ẹni tó fi ọwọ́ kan Tobi wọn ọ̀nà, because Tobi himself confirmed that nobody tó fi ọwọ́ kan wọn ọ̀nà òun. But the boy was bullied. The boy was wrongfully accused of what he never did, and that was what caused the fear for that boy. Listen.
So nígbà tí ó máa di 60 máa tají àárín. Dájú kan wá ní ibi tó ní òun ń gbé ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mọ́mì òun yẹn jẹ́ ká wá débẹ̀ ó ní nọ́mbà 12 Amicable Street. Rí o wọn bẹ̀ dájú ẹ̀ wá ní àwọn ọmọ ọbẹ̀ káwọn wá débẹ̀. Wọ́n débẹ̀ wọ́n kọlẹ̀kùn títí kò sẹ́nibọ̀dì tó dáhùn. Wọ́n ṣàtúnpadà wá pa àwọn òrí. Ibẹ̀ láti wà disturb. Tó nígbà tí mọ́mì ẹ̀ wá pè.
Níbo lolùṣọ́ wà ní gbogbo pírọ̀dì yẹn nígbà tí sì yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ àti àárọ̀?
Bá ṣe parí ẹ̀sìn, ara dájú ò yá tí mo tọ́ náà. Daddy ara wọ́n sick for some time now, so wọ́n ṣe ẹ̀sìn yẹn tán ẹ̀sìn má ṣe ni ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe. Wọ́n ṣe ẹ̀sìn yẹn tán bó bá ní bàbá wọlé lọ sùn.
That's another truth. Mary is speaking the truth about the presence of the shepherd. Shepherd finished service and he went into his room. So Olusho wa where he took time ọmọ ọjọ́ ti pa sílẹ̀ dé. Gbogbo àwọn personal space tí Mary àtàwọn tó wà ní church tí wọ́n cross sínú Tobiloba, the shepherd was not aware. So that was true because we did our findings up to that point and we confirmed that it's true that the shepherd was not aware. We won't accuse Tobiloba. Shepherd was not aware. We want to Tobiloba Monu church with the intention of taking him to the police station in the next morning to go and report that only to a G phone abito Jim Koni church won in previous month. Kema woran.
Ibi tí èèyàn sí Ọlọ́run wà ńbẹ̀ wọ́n wọlé lọ sùn wọ́n ṣe wọlé lọ sùn ìgbà tílẹ̀ mọ́ la ṣe ń ṣàlàyé ọ̀rọ̀ fún wọn pé dájú nǹkan báyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ ọmọ kan wá o.
ẹ ti kó bólúṣọ kílẹ̀ tó mọ́.
ṣé chọ́ọ̀chì yìí ò ní gate.
Okay, so that is the point. From the church perspective, what they explained before everybody was looking for Toby. Toby escaped. Now let's listen to Toby. When Toby was found at Ayobo, the first thing they did was to wipe Tobiloba a dirty slap, which is an assault. You do not assault a child, not even a child, anybody. It's a violation of the right of the individual. Almost Sakuro church, Sakuro custody for 11 to 12 days. And the first thing you guys can do, you don't know the trauma this child has went through. A child that is not in his parents' house for 11 days, sleeping on the street of Lagos. The child that is risking his life, that doesn't even know where to go. You've collected the phone of this boy, he's with you. He doesn't have no contact. He doesn't have anybody to call for direction or guidance. You subjected this guy to trauma. This boy was sleeping on the street, risking his life for 11 to 12 days. And the first thing you guys can do is to give this boy a dirty slap. Why are Nigerians behaving like that? Why are we like that? Why are we behaving as if we are not human? Why do you have to treat another man by assaulting that person? That's not what you're supposed to do to a child. If our Child Rights Act 2007 is working, and it not to be to assault is supposed to be detained in the police station. Kiloshe, shoji oweni, oji phone, abo jiago, abo shingokon. Why must you beat him? This boy have been traumatized already. And the best thing we could do is to capture this guy like a thief and we start beating the boy. Let's listen to Toby. Now Toby is speaking.
Church. Yes,
Hello, Joe.
Thursday.
Church.
Yes.
Church. Money mo tẹ̀lé anybody pé fún àmọ́ wọ́n ní kí ni mo wá ṣe mo lè explain bọ́wọ́ ṣe jẹ́ fún wọn. Wọ́n ní máa kan nínú àwọn mẹ́mbà wọn sọ pé dábì pé máa ṣe yẹn máa ń jí àwọn nǹkan tàwọn ní church last week tó kọjá wá fún pé mo á kó fún un. Èmi dẹ̀ ti dé church òun first time tí màá dé church wọn nìyẹn. Máa ń sọ ẹ̀ wá ní kí n má kọ ìgbé tó bá dọ̀là àwọn máa gbé mi dé police station. Gbogbo nǹkan tàwọn tó ń sọnù èmi ni mò ń mú wípé màá sanwó ẹ̀.
Did you hear from Toby? We will continue the conversation, but you know, when we're discussing about this issue, I saw some intelligent comments. There are people who are reasonable even within Celestial Church of Christ who were commenting that something actually happened before Toby could escape from that church. Something happened. But they said, no, there's nothing, no. We just said we start calling his parents. You saw a strange person, a 17-year-old boy, and the next thing you started saying, open your phone. You started, give me your contact. You start calling people. And you lock up the boy in the church, and then you say, no, we didn't lock him in the church. Yeah, we just say he should go and sleep in the church. But you never told us that you accused him, that he was the one that has stolen your previous phones or things in the church. He was not the one that stole your things. That was the first time he's going to come to your church. And Prophetess Mary herself confirmed that that was the first time they are seeing his face. He looks strange. So you don't know him. He has never been to your church. Because he's coming to your church for the first time and is a strange person does not make him a suspect. You suspected him and you guys all started assault and battery of a child. You detain him unlawfully, which is illegal to the Constitution of Nigeria. And Nigerian police is siding you people. Nigerian police is supporting you. It's not, I don't think there is, such thing shouldn't happen in a lawful place. No. So you accuse him wrongfully. Emagbo, we will listen to Toby again because these are the parts that Prophetess Mary did not say. And Prophetess Mary will give you a feedback. Please learn to calm down. Emma, calm down, Shegbo. Ara yo bale rara. Prophetess Mary of CCC Itedori Sonluwa Parish, Ayobo, ara yo bale. Go and learn to calm down. Because, Farabale, you were the one attacking this boy and accusing him wrongfully. Your shepherd is in the house, sleeping after the service. Shepherd is not aware of the trouble you have caused. You started accusing a stranger. Are you telling us that strangers should not come to your parish anymore? People should not come to your parish for service? All you need to be vigilant. That's why you have side men and side women. What is their duty? What's their job? Isha Olubo, they need to ensure that anybody that comes to your church is safe. They're supposed to be security vigilant. Side men and side women, if you don't have a gate man, it's their responsibility to observe. Even if somebody is a strange face, you need to keep an eye on that person. Any CCTV camera, your side men and side women need to keep eye on strangers in the church. So the next thing you guys are doing is to accuse Toby. Let's listen to Toby. Emagbo.
Toby comes. Toby Tungo Bungo so Tumbere Jo. Igba to the church. Yes, so.
Hello, Joe.
Thursday.
Me the church here.
Yes.
I'm very long animal tell church. Money mo tell anybody pay for mo one kini mo wan ṣe. Mo dey explain báwo ṣe jẹ́ fún wọn. Ma onínú member wọn sọ pé
Prophetess.
Ma ṣe yẹn. Ma jí àwọn kan tàwọn ní church last week tó kọjá wá fún pé mo á kó fún wọn. Èmi dẹ̀ ti dé church òun first time tí màá dé church wọn nìyẹn. Máa ń sọ ẹ̀ wá ní kí n má kọ ìgbé tó bá dọ̀là àwọn máa gbé mi dé police station. Gbogbo nǹkan tàwọn tó ń sọnù èmi ni mò ń mú wípé màá sanwó ẹ̀. Ìkọ̀kọ̀ tó yóò fi bà mí ní èmi kẹ̀lẹ́ mo jí nǹkan ilé mi pé màá dé police station. Wọ́n ò gbé ti bá lọ police station náà bá gbọ́ ẹ máa bínú wọ́n dẹ̀ máa nù. So wọ́n á sá kúrò ní inú church lọ́wọ́ tì mí mọ́ inú church. Wọ́n á sá kúrò inú church yẹn.
Ìgbà wo ló sá kúrò nínú church?
Alẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn náà ni àárọ̀ bí ọwọ́ bí 6 yẹn.
Níbo ló gbà jáde? Ṣé window ni àbílẹ̀kùn?
Ojú rí ló mo gbà jáde.
So, Toby àti Mary, if you listen to the two conversations, Woli Mary said when she woke up around 6 a.m., they were looking for Toby, they couldn't find him. Toby have escaped. And she said it was around 6 that she woke up. Toby as well said around 6 a.m., he escaped from the window of the church because he was locked in the church. And when we asked them about this thing, they said, no, we just asked him to go and sleep in the church. You never ask him to go and sleep. You detain him unlawfully. You lock him up in the church with the hope that tomorrow we'll take you to police station. Somebody that have never been to police station in his life. He has never been arrested for any crime. This young boy of 17 years old said he's scared of going to police station. And as a result, he's also scared when you said you are going to call his mother and you already started calling contact on his phone. He doesn't want his mother to be aware that you wrongfully accuse him of things he never stole. He said his mother is going to beat him, which is normal. Every disciplined parent in Nigeria will want to were ni won igi ni won fi mamba aya ni were omode disi, something like that. Egba. So parents in Nigeria, they use both Viber and Egba. One ma fi scold or more. It's not acceptable here where I am or in other countries because you can't do that to a child. Child abuse, no. Even when Nigerian law, Child Rights Act 2007 say you cannot scold your child either in the home, in the church, or in the school. No more. You can use other punishments, but corporal punishment is not allowed. So, any assault or more, you don't know the capacity of the trauma that is going to make the child to go through. Accusing this child wrongfully, you already broken the child down mentally. Yes. You say I should repeat the Yoruba. How will I? Something like that. I think it's in the book of Proverbs. You understand what I'm saying? So this boy escaped because you say you are going to take him to police station. That was why the boy escaped. But you all never told us that you detain the boy illegally. You can't do that. Even here in the United States, you cannot detain anybody illegally. If somebody come into your house and you lock up the house and you call police on the person or you call anybody or you say, oh, the person you can go to jail for doing that. You will go to jail. Thank you, Madam Tolu Lokbe. So, only Yaoma know. So, that was why the boy was like, first time to my church in Yuri. They accused me last month. Forced imprisonment and unlawful detention. That was what they did. And the police station in Panti, you guys cannot do investigation around this. The next thing you guys did was to start mounting pressure on the mother, and you are pressurizing the mother against her wish, against her consent. You are supposed to be protector of the law. You are supposed to be the ones to guide the law and ensure enforcement of the law. But that's not what you did. All the police officers in charge of this case at Criminal Investigation Panti, you did what is wrong and you violated the fundamental human rights of Toby's mom. Let's continue.
So, advice in ni pé kí àwọn máa lọ lé kó má lọ kọ apology letter fún wọn.
So yesterday the mother of Toby called us and then we were having a conversation and she said she's at Panti investigation department. But the first time when Toby came, they asked the mother to go out. But the shepherd, Prophetess Mary, and all the other people from CCC Tedori, they were inside with the police and the IPO. And you guys pushed the mother of the child out. And then you bring phone, you brought her phone, you start recording, you start asking the boy questions. Without the presence of... That's another violation. You don't ask a child any question without the presence of his lawyer or his guardian. So, police officer at Criminal Investigation Panti, you violated this child's rights. You did. And you can be sued for that. Because you are a police officer or you are state criminal investigation does not mean you cannot be taken to court. You can be sued. You can be sued. How can you be asking questions from a child without the presence of his lawyer or his guardian or his mom? The mother wasn't there. You pushed the mother outside and you start asking unnecessary questions from this child in order to paint this church beautiful, to make the shepherd and the Prophetess Mary and all of those people who violated the right of this child in the first place, to make them look good. That was what you guys did. You don't do that. Yes, the child was said to be, he's going to be 17 years this May or this year. So he's still a child until he's 18 years. That's what Nigerian Constitution says. You can be an adult from 18. So the child, the adolescent, is still a child. So even if he's an adult, you cannot make an adult to give force report, to give information or to report or to say anything in the police station if the person decides to ask for his legal counsel or his lawyer or his attorney. He has rights. The Constitution ensures that you have a right to say you need a lawyer before you speak. You just brought this minor from the street. You guys assaulted this child. And the next, you didn't even ask this child, where were you sleeping? What are you eating? Have you ever taken your bath? How were you passing through the night? The boy was terrified all these days. Somebody that needed a counsel. For 11 to 12 days. Immediately to one yen. I want 911, you want my pay. EMR, you want my day. One be emergency response. Hospital on below. Right away. One could call law check here. One check your health. One check your BP, vital signs, everything. One day in shock by adequate treatment because he will have gone through mental. In Nigeria, we're just so hard and we really don't care. Even when we have been looking for somebody for like even up to a year. The next thing we'll do is just to start attacking that person, start beating the person. Say, hey, where did you go? You don't even know if this boy was kidnapped or if somebody kidnapped the person. The best thing we'll do is to start beating that person to say, hey, and I've seen it happen. Even when little children are missing, by the time the parents get to see the child, they will start beating the child. Where did you go to? Why did you run away? We shouldn't do that. Yes, adults start from 18. So that was what they did. So the police now asked the mother to do a disclaimer. They said the mother should do a disclaimer. The mother should write an apology letter. Apology for what? You are violating the right of the mother and the child, and you are saying the mother should apologize. You are the one that is supposed to apologize for wrongfully lying against the child, accusing the child of stealing your things that he never stole. You all do not have evidence at CCC, Tedori Smoluwa, Ayobo. You don't have evidence against this child, but you wrongfully accused the child that he stole your things. That was why the child ran away from your church. So it doesn't paint you good, and it doesn't make you look good. By lying against this child, and you went to the police station, you never said those things that you did. You traumatized this child. You lied against him, and that was the reason why the child escaped.
Toby. Yeah. One puts life on my at risk for 11 days. I'll be 10, 12 days. Yeah.
So if that child is your child, is this the way you are going to respond? Is this what you are going to do? So the police, everybody decide mounting pressure. They say the woman should bring down all the video that she did searching for her son. And you guys said the woman should go to online and do a disclaimer and do apology to the shepherd and prophetess Mary. The mother of Samuel has not wronged you. In the presence of man and God and in the presence of the law, Mama Toby did not wrong the shepherd of Itedo Orisun. She has not wronged Mary. It is Mary who has caused all this drama that happened. And prophetess Mary is the one that is supposed to apologize to Toby and her mother and his mother. Yes. It is prophetess Mary that is supposed to apologize to Toby and Toby's mother for forcefully and wrongfully accusing Toby of stealing things that he never stole. You don't have evidence, and the boy was in your church for the first time, and then you all said, Mama Toby, write an apology. The woman does not deserve to write you an apology because she has not wronged you. So the people in Panti, if you have collected bribe, and you all manipulated this case, you twisted it upside down, and you forced this woman to write an apology, she does not wrong you. Okay? So, why Toby was away? If anything bad has happened to Toby, will you not come back and say the mother should apologize to you? Will you say that the mother, she's lying against you? No. If anything bad has happened to Toby, even if it is under 24 hours, that Toby was not in your custody, in your care, the first thing we all expected is that you go to police station and report, but you never went to police station. 24 hours, 72 hours, 2 days, 3 days, you never reported at the police station until Toby's mother started calling Prophetess Mary to say, yes, you call me, and you were the one telling me that my son is in your care. Where is your church? You refused. For 5 days, you didn't give the name of the church and the address of the church. And you expect the mother to keep calm and be sitting down and be quiet. You expect the woman not to cry on social media. You expect the woman not to be calling for help. She's a mother, for Christ's sake. And every abiyamo lo mo bi omo se ta won lara si. You don't expect her to keep quiet. Everything Mama Toby have done is not wrong. Under the law, under the presence of man and God, it is not wrong. In fact, she has not done enough. She has not done enough. Because Toba Obìnrin mi, if it were you, Prophetess Mary, you will shout more than this. You will come out more than this. I know what you can do. Everybody who knows you know what you can do. Yes. So, because the woman doesn't have anybody, she doesn't have an husband, the father of Toby is dead. So you all think that you can manipulate this. So the first voice note they were sending to me was sent to me through the members of the Church of CCC Tedo Orisun. And they were sending me voice notes that has to do with Toby was saying that his mother used to beat him. Those are not necessary to the case we are handling. It has nothing to do with the issue on ground. Because when you are sending me those messages, I told you, I said, these are not necessary. As far as I'm concerned, it has nothing to do with this information because you are just giving me unnecessary information. You are telling me things that is irrelevant. What we want to know is, what happened when Toby got to your church? What happened when Toby left the church? What did the people do to Toby that made him escape or run away from the church? And when Toby was seen, what did Toby say? Those are the things that are relevant. You are not telling me the mother, she's not married. How is that your business? Anybody's personal business or privacy has nothing to do with you. And Celestia is not interested in that. Even if your shepherd has 2 wives or 3 wives, it's not relevant to this case. The case on ground is that Toby came to your church, Toby ran away. For 11 days, we didn't see Toby, and you guys never demonstrated any humanity, sympathy, or empathy to the mother or to the cause of the missing child. And you are here bullying the child, the mother, suppressing and oppressing her because you got what? Let's hear from the mother.
On that take it on call here. Don't force me, don't call. Don't force me, don't call. By the grace of God, man, love human rights.
So you forced the woman to write an apology. The woman consulted the CRC and we called a lawyer. The lawyer spoke to the woman and the lawyer said the woman shouldn't write any apology because she does not deserve to apologize to anybody. Everything that she has done is still within the context of the law. If you sue this woman to court tomorrow, the law will tell you guys that she has every right to come out and shout and accuse you because you were the one that called her to say her child is missing in your care. And you expect her to be singing your praises. So the was on social media come and Celestia, Tedo Orisun is good. The church is beautiful. You are accusing them, you are screaming, shouting. We have all these records of the way you talk to the mother of Toby. You never show any empathy. You never show any sympathy. You never behave like a Christian in your interaction and your conversation with the mother of the missing child. That's wrong. So, at the police station at Panti, they forcefully asked Mama Toby to write an apology letter and issue a disclaimer. She refused. But the police pressurized her because she was alone. She was the only one there. And eventually, what happened? The police wrote the undertaking and the apology letter. They forced her signature. They forced her to say, oh yeah, sign. If you don't sign, we will detain you. We will not ask you to, you will not go. We will not release you. Which is a violation of her right. They oppressed her. And then she signed. And she sent that to me, that this is the copy. They forced her to do it, is without her consent. So, Tedo Orisun, Oluwa Parish, Olusho Olukade ati Prophetess Mary, you violated the right of the mother of the missing child. You oppressed this woman because she has nobody, no connection, no money. But she has God. And everybody is listening. So whatever disclaimer you have received, whatever apology letter you have forcefully received is not from the consent of this woman. She did not write it. The police wrote it and they forced her to sign. We know things happen like that in Nigeria. A lot of things. People, the rich people or the people who are connected, they can force the poor to do anything to suit them. It doesn't make you look good. Even if you put gun on her head to say she should do a video, it doesn't justify you because you were wrong. Especially Prophetess Mary, you were wrong. So, the woman never consented to that disclaimer. She never consented to it. Okay. So, those are the things that happen. I just want people to know and hear so that we can understand. You know, yesterday.
Hello, sir.
You guys were sending me voice notes. Toby said that the mother used to, the mother doesn't give him food, the mother used to beat him, and the mother kinikon. Whatever happened in Toby's family house is none of your business at CCC Tedorisun. It has nothing to do with you. In as far as the boy can recognize his mother and the mother can recognize his child, you allow them, they have to go to their home and take care of themselves. It's not your business. Iya Olagbara láti rán ọmọ ẹ̀ ní university ọkọ ti kú. She's a single mother fa. Ó dẹ̀ fi ọmọ ẹ̀ sí iṣẹ́ mechanic, ọmọ ńkọ́ mechanic. And ọmọ dẹ̀ ń lọ sí iṣẹ́ dédé kò sá kúrò níbi iṣẹ́. There was no day that she has run away. Yes. What was Toby's intention in the church? Toby wasn't there to steal. It was you that is not even listening. You are not listening. You are not following the case. You don't understand what you are asking. Toby came to sleep and pass the night in the church. That was the reason why he branched in the church. Because he doesn't have access to his auntie's house. So you can go back and follow the case. Because the case is something we have discussed for almost a week. We are on it. So you can't be asking me what was his intention. Is intention a crime? Even if you got anything from somebody and you are looking for the things, does that justify that the person have stolen it? That's not an evidence that the person have stolen it. You need to report to the police station. Even if you want to accuse that person to say, yes, you are a thief, you have to go to the police station. Take that boy to the police station immediately. Police station is 24-hour service. You cannot lock him up in the room and say, by tomorrow when we wake up, we will not take you to the police station. No, law doesn't operate like that. Immediately you get him and you say you have evidence that he has stolen your things, you take him to the police station with the things he has stolen. You don't even collect those things from him. To the extent of you collecting his own phone. And then you start calling his family. And you are saying the mother should not come out, the mother should not shout, the mother shouldn't talk. No, it doesn't make you look good. That's not the way you treat an individual. That's not. If Toby's mom is connected or she has lawyer to represent her, what happened at Panti wouldn't happen because she's not going to write any apology or disclaimer letter. It is the church that is supposed to apologize to her for allowing the child to be on the street. You make the child vulnerable on the streets. More than 10 days, 11 days to 12, sleeping on the street. And you violate the right of my now. Violate the right of my the corporate buy a woman. Apologize. Everything that have been done is actually a violation.
She's not time on you that she owe me because one can do a phone so we take back what you look at one.
Imagine, even at Panti, they collected the phone of this woman, and the police were saying, if you don't issue a disclaimer, we'll come home and arrest you. You can't arrest her. She has not committed any offense. There's no offense that she has committed. Coming online to ask for your child is not a crime anywhere in the world. It's not a crime anywhere in the world. It's not. The woman that his 15-year-old son was missing at Bangkok University or Bear University, I don't know what's the name of that university at Abeokuta or Ogun State. The woman came out on social media and she was crying. She needs her son. She's looking for her son. No matter anything that the son have done, she has a right to go and look for her son. Nobody can sue her to any court. There's no court of law in this world that you will sue a mother who is looking for a missing child and you say she has violated your rights. Which right has she violated? A child in your custody that was missing and you never reported immediately. And you went to the police station to go and lock up the woman when the woman was accusing you. She has the right to say that. So she has the right to say that. Ẹ̀yin lẹ wá jáde now, àwọn ọmọ ọjọ́ yín ló lọ wá, àwọn ló gbé jáde, àwọn ló láti rí. Nígbà tá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo, tọ́rọ̀ di pàǹtí, tí wọ́n detain yín pàǹtí, àwọn ọmọ ọjọ́ yín bọ́ta, ibi tó ń gbọ́mọ sí, wọ́n bá gbọ́mọ jáde. Àwọn kọ́ ló wá rí ni. So tí yóò bá pariwo sí social media, ǹjẹ́ yín pariwo, pariwo, ǹjẹ́ post ẹ̀, ọ̀rọ̀ di ṣu atayanyan lẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wá. So what's wrong as the woman committed by coming out and screaming and shouting or looking for the child? Even if a child is in the custody of the father, a single mother or a mother have a right. No, the woman have a right to accuse the husband. Wherever my child is, go and bring my child. And anything the woman said, the essence and the significance of all the advocacy is for the child to be found. So you should thank God. Emma dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ orí yín pé ẹ ti rọ́mọ, ọmọdé wà láyé ó wà láyé. That should be the ultimate. That should be the priority. Not accusing the woman, telling her she should do an apology. Ẹ wá sọ fún ma, ó yá gbogbo video tó ti ṣe online kò lè bring anything down. Tó bá post sórí page ẹ, ó lè bring it down. But èyí táwa post ní CRC, ẹ gbé wa lọ ilé ẹjọ́, ẹ fò kẹ́ni show, ẹ gbé wa lọ sí law court, kẹ́ wá sùn wa. Pé a sọ pé kẹ́ wọ́ ọmọ jáde. Ẹ̀yin lẹ lọ́mọ wà lẹ́dọ̀ yín, a dẹ̀ ní kẹ́ wá jáde. Ẹ̀yin náà ṣàlẹ̀ bá wa jáde. So what is the meaning of all those things?
Ẹ ṣeun gan sa o. Mo ti send àwọn fídíò yẹn sí my brothers, my sisters, and my mommy and my daddy. Thank you every morning.
kí tóbi kàn sí ẹ jẹ́ kó tún bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Undertaking tó ń kọ nìyẹn o. Tó ń force mi tó ń kọ o. Tó ń force mi tó ń kọ o. Tó bá di ọ̀la by grace of God, máa ń lọ.
They force her to write an undertaking. One force here ni, one call one go sign. Yeah?
Hallelujah. Sincerely, my candid opinion, this woman knows that she wasn't working alone, and there are people out here trying to help her and support her. And if she was well instructed, reach out to us here before going out. I see no reason why she wouldn't have done that easily. Because at the end of the day, she was once saying there's no help, there's no helper. And some team of people came together to try and help you. And now that you've seen your son, you now feel you don't need them any longer. Then I don't see any reason why we should be bothering ourselves on this matter again. At least she has seen her son. So let her enjoy joy so far with her son. And they'll continue life anyhow they meet themselves. The fact is we've done our best. That is it. Because there's some helps you do, and at the end of the day, you find out that the person you helped does not really work.
Okay, so let me just conclude on this case because there are a lot of issues that we need to talk about. I'm closing this discussion on this particular discussion, and then we move on. Let me just say that CCC Tedo Orisun Tedo Alafia Oluwa or something Ayobo Olusolukade and Prophetess Mary. What you wanted to achieve is the disclaimer you forcefully asked Mommy Toby to write against her wish and her consent. The police forced her to sign and she did. You needed that for your own goodwill. You don't have any goodwill because you all made mistake, a terrible mistake. You all deserve to make apology to the mother. You never did. Tí ọlọ́pàá bá dá ẹjọ́ yẹn tí wọ́n bá dáadáa, Ọlọ́run wà lókè láàrin ẹ̀yin àti ìyá Tóbi àti Tóbi tó lè ṣe ìdájọ́ tó wà appropriate tí àwa tá wà ní social media tá ní agbára lé lórí. The apology letter you wish that she submit by force, even when you were the one that sent her son on the street for 11 days, and she doesn't know the whereabouts of her son, and you all were not in support of how to track and find her son until she started screaming out on social media. You have received that apology letter, even when it was forcefully written by the police, and she was forced to sign it against her consent and her will. It doesn't make you look good. Tí ọlọ́pàá bá dá tí wọ́n dáadáa, ó wà láàrin ẹ̀yin àti Ọlọ́run àti ìyá Tóbi àti Tóbi lọ́ba. So, tẹ́ bá accuse ọmọ lọ́mọ tẹ́ parọ́ mọ́. Tí Ọlọ́run bá ṣèdájọ́ fún yín lẹ́ni ẹ̀yin náà bímọ kẹ́ máa rántí ibi tí ọmọ yín máa dé, ẹsẹ̀ tí yín gan lè má dé bẹ̀. Ọmọ yín á rìnrìn àjò, á travel. Ọmọ yín á lọ lóyìnbó, á lọ síbi tí ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ lágbára láti dé tẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ní wà ń bẹ̀. And the way you have treated anybody's son or anybody's child, that's the way you will be treated. And if you treat anybody because they are poor, they don't have money, they don't have connection, or she's a single mother, God is there. Because there will be a day when you or your children will have an encounter with somebody more powerful than you are, more connected than you are, who will oppress you the way you have oppressed Mommy Tobi Loba. That is clear. Let me tell you something. A case happened at Isashi some few years ago. I think it was in 1994 or 1995 or 96 years. There are a group of armed robbers that used to come and disturb the environment at Isashi. We have the son of the former king of Lagos, who also built a house in that neighborhood. I live with my uncle at that neighborhood. So the guy who is the prince of Lagos he had a gun, his personal gun. When this thief came and they were disturbing everybody, the community set up a vigilante. And at around 6:30 a.m. in the morning, they caught one of the armed robbers. And immediately they caught him. The former Prince of Lagos opened fire. He opened gun on that thief and he gunned him down. That was how the thief was. But she panic. Wọ́n pa ilẹ̀ tí mọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó ń lọ bí iṣẹ́ àwọn tó ń lọ school gbogbo èèyàn jí wọ́n jáde wọ́n rí àwọn vigilante wọ́n mú táyà wọ́n dáná wọ́n ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. And the thief is also a resident of that neighborhood. He has a wife, he has his family in the neighborhood. Ó dẹ̀ sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé òun lọ sí ibi iṣẹ́ pé òun ṣe overnight, whereas he was with a group of people who are terrorizing the neighborhood. Do you know that when police people came in the morning, they arrested all the vigilante members, including the Prince of Lagos, Omoba Eko. His father was a previous king before this present king. They locked them up. They transferred the case because you don't have any right to take law into your hands. You cannot do a jungle justice for an individual because you suspected that person to be a thief, or you even have evidence and you can. Evidence is not acceptable until it is proven and convincing to the judge in the court. It is the court that will determine if this evidence is admissible and is acceptable. And even the thief will continue to be called a suspect until it is pronounced guilty. Even when the court and all evidence is against this person, if the judge asks, are you guilty or not? If the person says, I'm not guilty, they will adjourn the case. There is not going to be any pronouncement. You are not guilty until you admit you are guilty, or there is every reasonable evidence or doubt as proven in the law court, and the judge is convinced enough to make his own pronouncement. And you are on your street, you are not an authority. You are not a police. You are not anybody. Even the police doesn't have right to kill anybody, except there is a confrontation or their life is at risk, or it's, you know. So that was what he did. Oloyo shuti omoba figbara ni detention no koto bombe o. Gbogbo àwọn CBA chairman ton ṣe vigilante, association of vigilante. Oloyo shu tí gbogbo wọn lò ní detention no lórí pé wọ́n mú olè. Wọ́n dẹ̀ pa proof ní court pé olè ni. Ko evidence lọ ti mú olè ti pa. So the only is innocent and he cannot even defend himself. So it's now become a case of the state versus the vigilante group, landlord association that are trying to protect their own neighborhood. So if you get anybody or you catch person, please take the person to the police station. It is not your duty to detain the person in your own house or in the church or lock the person up. It is illegal. So whatever we have said on CRC, it's an advice for you. If you like, take it. If you like, do not take it. We are less concerned. But we have told you that you violated the right of Toby and his mother. And you forcefully taking apology letter or disclaimer letter, it holds no water. Everybody know that you were wrong. It holds no water. But because she's a nobody, that's why you guys can go away with whatever you have done. If not, yes. Yeah, it was the reactions of the shepherd, the prophetess Mary. It's not even the shepherd, but of course, the shepherd is the head of the church. If there's any crisis or any case or anything, the shepherd is still going to be responsible because he's the head of the church. But prophetess Mary, she needs to be calming down. She need to be calming down. You were the one that accused Toby that he stole things that he never did. He never stole anything. Any last month, I be last week, in church. So because you saw him now, he's a strange face. You guys, the next thing, you just suspected him, you lock him up in the church. You violated his rights. Even human rights in the Department of Ministry of Justice in Lagos State, they're supposed to intervene on this case. For the fact that the guy is even an orphan, he doesn't have a father, the state should be able to step in and protect his rights and that of his mother. So coming out to say, Olopa, let's do this. I want to record the voice note to Toby. I want to send it. Can you see now? And the boy, it's been long that the mother have been using him to do. No, the mother has never done that before. She has never accused anybody forcefully of holding custody of her child or the child missing. She has never. We search everywhere on social media. KCRC to intervene, we'll do our own search, even if it is limited. We did our search. Toby name, Samuel Oluwatobi Olabode, has never popped up anywhere before in a similar case. We have never seen. And the mother have never come out on social media to do such thing before in her life. So you intimidate, you bully her, you harass her because she's a single mother. Oju single mother, Enrito. Single mother, the woman was frustrated. But when we gang up, lelori ever seen man pressure. You guys ever seen shit because she's a single mother. Ọlọ́run lọ́kọ po men. Tí ó bá dájọ́ immediately, adájọ́ lọ́la. Ẹ lọ tọrọ dáríjì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣẹ̀ woman yẹn. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣẹ̀. And it's not good. We will tell you. Anybody that is a single mother, they pass through a lot. A lot of them pass through a lot. Come to train no more. Wahala lórí ọmọ. Come on to jẹun. Come on to take care and want to look good. Do you know the mental stress that single mother pass through every day of their life? To bring back what you see the fear of the unknown, the stress of taking care of the children, managing, coping with the kids. It's not something that is easy. Even a woman that is married, if your husband is not at home, you will know the difference. You will know the difference. Yes, let me read this comment from Precious. You can't do that in South Africa. If a person enter in your shop, is still, you need to call the police. You cannot take matters into your hand. Yes, the same thing here in United States. Even if somebody come into your shop and you are a police, you are a guard, what is it called? You are a security person in the store. If the person steal phone, steal clothes, steal ring, diamond or whatever, you cannot arrest that person. You call the police. And you cannot detain the person to lock the person up. You have to call the police. That's the only thing you can do. Yes. That's the only thing you can do. You don't come out and be harassing somebody. And your members will come out. They will be writing a lot of trash. Writing trash. If you come on this page to write things that is wrong, I will block you. Masha, I'm blocking that. Are you going to write the same thing? Are you going to come here and be saying the same thing? Because she's not a celestial, so we should all gang up and be abusing people, intimidating people, harassing people because we wear the same clothes? No, we will tell you the truth. We are not part of that hypocrisy. We will tell you. Police station. Immediately, police does not have opening time and closing time. It's 24 hours. So don't lock anybody in the house. The woman was crying. Yesterday, the woman called and she was crying. She was like, they were just frustrating me. They were bullying me because I don't have nobody. I don't have anybody. They were turning this case upside down. Oh, my your son in 12 days. Allow the woman to go with her son peacefully. You guys are supposed to thank your creator that the child is alive. Ẹ̀gbọ́n olùṣọ́ kan wá ń pè mí ní ìjẹta àbí ẹ̀gbọ́n olùṣọ́ ń pè mí pé Ògún làwọn ta Ògún ló ti ọmọ yẹn jáde òun lọ sí di Ògún ni òun lọ bọ oṣù lákàyè oṣù mọ́lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ òun lọ bẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó fi gbé kíní jáde. And you are saying that, and you know I'm on a live program, you are telling us pé Ògún lẹ bọ Ògún lẹ ṣe kíní kan tó bá yẹ kó Sultana sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ máa lọ sí church ẹ dẹ̀ ń bọ Ògún ẹ dẹ̀ sí lẹ́yìn Christian wọ́n á jẹ́ máa kọrin Jésù ti jọba ẹ máa jó. Whereas later ẹ bọ́ Sultana dànù ẹ bọ́ sí di Ògún ẹ lọ máa tepo sórí Ògún. Ṣé ìwà Christianity nìyẹn? It doesn't mean it's shame. Shame ni. Kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tẹ́ lè ṣe fún anybody. Torí Ọlọ́run ló dá Ògún, ló dá Ọya, ló dá gbogbo ọ̀ṣà tẹ́ ń gbé. Ọlọ́run tó dá ó ju gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ. And gbogbo àwọn ọ̀ṣà kéékèèké yẹn náà wọ́n ń dájọ́ bí. Ẹ lè lọ tapo sí ìdí Ògún fún anything, wọ́n ń dájọ́ bí. Àwọn gan á rò, wọ́n á wò kán tó jà. So why are you a Christian? The blood of Jesus cover me, cover CRC, cover everybody on CRC. Whatever we are doing, we are standing for justice and we are standing for the widow. We are standing for the orphans. That's what the Bible wants us to do. Defend the poor. Defend the people that doesn't have justice. Give them justice. Stand in the righteous place of the people that are orphans and vulnerable people. These people are vulnerable. They are poor. Instead of the church standing in gap to say, let's support this family. Toby, we can see that you need care. We can see that your mother needs support. That's what the church of God is supposed to do. The church of God is supposed to say, come in. Toby, she can even become a member of your church in the way that you demonstrate your characters, in looking for the child. when you guys were released by DPO Panti, Ayobo, if you guys have invested the same level of energy that you invested when your shepherd and Mary was detained at Panti, you will have seen Toby long time ago. You will have seen him. And you have seen Toby, you will have called the family to say, come to my church. Let's even discuss. Let's sit down together. Let's thank God that we have found Toby. You are supposed to counsel the family, talk to them. The woman lacks help. She needs help. She lacks counsel. She needs counsel. The woman needs a lot of support. The child himself needs support. He's an orphan. You want to use money. Now. Because she's poor. Bribe lawyer, bribe bail and all those things. Because of your actions and your inactions. Yes. Mojisola Agbola, I don't know her. I don't know Mojisola Agbola. Maybe she's the same prophetess that said her name is Mercy. Yeah, prophetess Mercy. You all are the one that are supposed to bring the family together, talk to the family, provide support. But I'm not surprised because you can't give what you don't have. Our church doesn't have the resource to provide such care or counsel. Even though I be you can't hey, kill it, you know, I just my and see, hey, kill it, that school, kill it, don't come mechanic. Parents so you can't blame her. Even the Igbo guys, they allow their children to start learning apprenticeship even from primary school or secondary school. When they go to school, they come back, they go and learn. They go to shop and follow their masters and learn how to trade, and that's why they are resourceful. So you don't blame anybody who don't have resources to send his or her child to school and they are making the children to go learn apprentice. Yes, they can be member of our church. So why do we have to continue to brutalize her, make her sign undertaking by fire by fire? Sign there. We will come home and arrest you. Why? Okpo. Oh, you can conscience. You should have conscience. Ngoti had to be passed through. Alone did anybody know you pass through it. Ngoti to be himself to pass through. Alone did one more you go pass through it. That's the prayer we should say for you guys. Could they see more joy you tell them go pass through it? Because if you hear their story, you will not behave the way you behave to that woman. See about boss story woman yeah. Kin se gbogbo yan tẹ́ bá rí online lórí social media ló wà normal now. Ko se gbogbo ló wà okay. Gbogbo yan tẹ́ dey rí ní street tó rìn lọ tó daṣọ bora náà ko ló wà okay. There are a lot of stories when people speak out their story, when they tell you their truth, you will know what they are passing through. You don't judge them by their physical appearance. Anyway, I just want to give the update so that everybody will understand what's going on in the with the church and the case of the boy. The boy is with the family and with the mom. And so part of the guidance we give to the mother is that, okay, if this intimidation and harassment is more, please go to the Ministry of Justice, Human Rights Department at Alausa Secretariat. Go there with your son and report what has happened. Even at what Banti people have done. Report to them. Don't continue to traumatize people, oppress them, humiliate them because you have connections, you have lawyer, you have money, you have whatever. CRC will not take that. We will not take that. And we're not going to be part of that. Anyway, thank you so very much, everybody. May God bless you. Please, everybody, take care of your children. Take care of the orphans in your church. Take care of the widows. And be concerned. Everything is about money. Sometimes they need people to counsel them. They need closure. They need people to talk to. They need interactions. They need conversations. They need people to give them hope. They just need some of these discussions. It's important. And sometimes shepherd can even call them and listen to them. Even listening to somebody's problem is a relief. Even if you don't have all the solution, just call somebody that have a problem. Let them sit down with you. Let them cry. Let them pour it out. Let them say it. It's a big relief. They will go back home and sleep well, sound. So we should ensure that our church become a resource center. Not where I'm at the candle, Ishagiju ko gbogbo. Kì í ṣe pé ká máa gbéyàn lọ ságìjù máa ṣe, and ẹ̀yin tẹ́jẹ̀ ní ẹ̀yin wọ sùtánà ẹ̀yẹ lọ sílé ológun ilé oníṣàngó ilé kìíní. It doesn't speak well that you are a Christian and you are saying such things. Anyway, thank you all. God bless you.